Hi, this is Mitchell Klett again. We're going to go through part 2 of Appendix C of the Mertler text. We're going to be looking at z-scores and t-scores. Um, Basically, what they do is they specify the location of a student's score in relationship to a standard deviation, how far they are away from the measure of central tendency. Okay, I've put the formula for a z-score in column O, and it basically reads the z-score is equal to the 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 x is equal to the raw score. So Joseph's raw score is 30, so x would be 30 minus the mean. The mean for Joseph is 27.3, and that's divided by the standard deviation. And the standard deviation in this case, we just figured it out, is 4.64. So I'm going to write that formula in this box. And we're going to copy that formula for all the test scores to give me values for all the students for exam 1, a z-score. All right, so the first thing is I want to know that I want to find the sum of the exam, which is 30, minus less the mean, which is 27.3. Now, in this case, I'm going to lock that value in with the dollar symbols. That's so I can copy the formula down and still use the same mean. And then I'm going to divide the whole thing by the standard deviation, or 4.64 in this case. So I'm going to divide it by 4.64, or I can also, instead of just writing that in there, I can just copy that cell, which is J26, and once again lock it in there using the dollar symbols. So when I hit enter, it should give me a value, a z-score, of about 0.59. Okay, now since I've already input this formula right here, you can see that the blue is for that value. The mean is this red box. It's divided by this purple, which represents the standard deviation. I can copy that whole program all the way down. The textbook example cites Brian and Rebecca, so I'm going to highlight those values with a little thicker border so you can see where we drew those numbers from. Okay, and their answers are going to be right here in yellow and here in yellow. Okay, so the next step is to calculate the t-score. Now the t-score gives you the formula already as t equals 50 plus 10z. So we need to know the z-score. Basically, the t-score is just another type of standard score, way of reporting the information on a slightly different scale. Okay, I've highlighted the formula in the pink box in row P2. T equals 50 plus 10z. So I'm going to put that value 50 all the way down in the first column. And I'm just going to drag that down, copy all of those in there. So the second column says 10 Z. And the formula for that is the sum of 10 times whatever's in the Z box, in this case N5. So I'm going to write this formula equals the sum of 10. The sum is 10 times the z-score. Close parent. Hit enter. And that gives me a value of 5.9. Gonna copy that all the way down. Okay. And now the t-score is the value of 50 plus 10z. So this equals, the t-score value equals the sum of 50 plus sorry for the pause, I'm going to try this again. So the t-score is going to be equal to the sum of 50 plus 5.9, or in this case, the sum of P5 plus Q5. So I'm just going to write in here the sum of P5 plus Q5. And that's going to give me a value of 55.9. And since I'm going to copy my values all the way down, I just drag that bottom right-hand corner, and that fills it in.